Hello everyone. In Cookie Love Handles, I'm going to talk about my pregnancy diaries today. And the topic I'm going to cover is what is it actually like to be pregnant? Because it's unfair if I don't address this in the start of my pregnancy diary. Because this is the most important thing of all, like how it started and what it is like to be pregnant now. So two things I'm going to cover in this video. One is about what are my hesitations and what are the reasons that I gave for not getting pregnant. That is one first thing. And secondly, I'm going to talk about what are the new revelations that I've got after being pregnant. So simple, just two things, before pregnancy and after pregnancy. So once I got married, I did not have this intention of getting pregnant immediately. So I used to tease my mom saying, how did you get pregnant just after your marriage? So that was one question in my mind which I couldn't even relate to. Because for me, I do not think marriage was the way to get pregnant. Yeah, and there are a lot of other ways to get pregnant, and marriage is not the only way to do that. So I used to tease them a lot, not only my mom, whoever of her age, during their generation, the people that I met, I know, my relatives, everybody were like that. If they get married and in 10 months or max 1 year, they'll have a baby in their hand. So I was not sure about how they did that, how they were able to do that. So I used to tease her, you don't have any ambitions in your life and your only thing was to get pregnant. I know it's unfair to talk like that to your mother, but I did. That was a question that I had. Sometimes I used to make fun of her. Sometimes I used to even make a serious comment about it, like seriously critical about that. That was it. Yeah. Now coming to me, so for me it wasn't that case. I did not have that in my mind, and my husband too was not ready for a kid immediately after marriage. So our first year passed off initially we thought it was a financial situation that we had to manage before getting a kid. But gradually, maybe in a month or two, we got to know it was not the financial situation that we have to deal with. It is a lifestyle. So that is the thing that I have to deal with, that I understood clearly. Changing my lifestyle. At that point, yes, I thought, okay, if a kid comes in between us, okay, let's spend some time together. We know each other before marriage, so I know him for a long time. It's not that. I thought, okay, let's enjoy this married phase, being together without kids, just two of us. So just first year went off like that. And second year, it was something else that came up. Like every year, there were new reasons that were there for me to not get pregnant. And second year, it was like new opportunities came in my work front as well as personal things. So I had to deal with it. So I thought, okay, I'm getting new opportunities, and if I get a kid at this time, it's not right. I thought I'd not be able to give my 100% in my work. So that was there. So that was my second reason. Then, gradually, it's not all the time that I would be occupied in work, right? Yeah, I was to some extent, like for 6 months or so, I was occupied. So that time this thought never popped up, the need for it did not come in. And gradually, third year when it came, I was like, yeah, seriously, I haven't done anything for myself. So that was one thought that itched me a lot. Doing something for me. I thought, okay, I'm doing my work, 8 hours of work, which I'm quite not satisfied, 100% satisfaction is not there. Because I was doing it good. I was earning money, good amount of money. Everything was there, and whenever I want to go out, I used to go out, and whatever time it was, there's no routine in my life. That was like a very comfortable state for me, not following a routine. I was not a routine person at all. So that was these were the reasons that got added up. Why to have a new routine if a kid comes in, then it'll be like you have to have a new routine. You have to come out of your comfort zone, which I was like, no, I don't need that now. That need for it, to put it in a right way, I would say that it was more occupied. Then you need something to fill that gap up. For me, it was not that case. I was occupied something or the other, not to say like 100% occupied, but I was. So those things were there, and I was very stubborn about not getting pregnant. Even the day before that I got to know that I was pregnant, I was arguing with my mom and everybody that I will not get pregnant due to these reasons. I have a lot of dreams and things like that to deal with. So it was a surprise to me. One thing I was happy about when I got to know that I was pregnant was that, okay, fine, I am fertile. I'm able to reproduce. That was one thing that I was happy about. This is the truth, yeah. Apart from that, there's no other feeling for me, for the kid, nothing. Nothing was there in my mind. Only this was there. Then, but I did not want to abort it. I thought, okay, fine, I had a lot of questions, but there's no proper answer like, okay, for this reason, if you get a kid, then you're not going to, definitely not going to achieve that. Is not the case, right? It was all hesitations, and I had something else to do. I thought, okay, this would be a hindrance for that, for my achieving my dreams. So that was there. So I thought, yes, why not go for it? And during my first trimester, it was not a good journey, I would say. I was in complete chaos, because until that point, at least I had questions, but it was not like I had to answer it immediately. I did not want to address it immediately because it hasn't hit me. But now it's different. I have to address it because I'm in it. If I don't address it, I would definitely feel like a loser. I did felt like a loser for some time when people around me asked me questions of why you said you will not get pregnant and you had strong reasons for you, and why to break it now, and how are you going to deal with it. So those things were there. I had those questions more than anybody else, because that stopped me very badly. But what am I going to do? So for the first trimester, it was very hard for me to deal with it. The questions were there, and I tried finding answer for that. So during my first trimester, I was doing only that. I did not know how to carry myself during that time, because responsibility was one more thing. One thing that went away was the compromising factor, which I thought would happen if a kid comes. Yes, I have to compromise without being satisfied, is what I thought. But it all completely changed, because when you feel there's something inside you, that responsibility comes out. So I'll tell you, those are the revelations that I got. Yes, but I'll tell you how I overcome that. That was most important. I wanted to make sure that I have to overcome this feeling of being a loser. I want to overcome that. But how do I do that? That's my question. So I thought a lot about it. And you know what, when I was loaded with work before, or if I want to go for a break, take a break, I would think, let me at least get pregnant, so that I would get enough break, sit, relax, chill out, eat, be a couch potato. Even after getting pregnant, I started doing that. I even thought, okay, fine, let me take some break, do nothing, sit, let everybody else do that for me. But it did not help. It was not going in a good direction at all. And slowly, in my second trimester, I realized, okay, let me challenge myself. Because I felt that was, just a second. Let me challenge myself, which I've never done in my life. I've never challenged myself at all. I was not a competitive person. I used to take life as it comes and then be natural, not come out of my comfort zone and put some extra effort to achieve something. I was not that. But this proved me something different. This got me something out of my potential, what I thought I am as a person. There was a complete shift. I thought, okay, fine. Now it has happened and I have to do something about it to make it better. And I thought I have this responsibility of having my kid and I have to grow it to the best. I have to take responsibility and do things for it. Also, I have to take responsibility for myself. What I have thought before, what I want to do in my life, what is my identity. So such things I definitely want to address. Then it is definitely double the work of what I used to do before. Previously there's no routine, it was hippie kind of lifestyle. Do whatever you want, go out whenever you want, eat whatever you want. So there's nothing like extra effort in it. But now it's different. It has got me a lot of things, like made me a person with some routine. But to my surprise, it has given me some satisfaction which I never got before. Challenging myself and doing some extra amount of work, because people around me were surprised by seeing me, because I was not like this before. And when they see me doing double the work of what I did before, they're like, why do it now? Take some break. It's time for you to relax and not for you to work. No, but I did not listen to it. I did not want to go to my mother's place and sit. I want to work, my office work, and along with it I started developing new skills and started thinking about what will be best for my kid. So everything changed. My entire perception about pregnancy changed after I got pregnant. So this I feel not only is applicable for pregnancy, it is applicable for anything that you do in your life. Until you get to that point, you will not know how it is going to feel like. Because in a lot of other things, we would be having a lot of hesitations and questions before getting into it, whether it's going to work for us or not. We would have a lot of questions and sometimes not even attempt to do that. But that thing struck me here in pregnancy, which I had never thought of. The approach towards life. Basically, because I would say that it's an approach towards life, not only for pregnancy, for anything that I would say. It has changed for the best. Because if I had not attempted, I would have gone into my same life. I would not have got these new revelations, or would not know that I would be able to challenge myself and do it what I'm doing right now. Yes, I am 100% satisfied than what I was before. Now I know, okay, fine. Yes, I'm able to do it. That's there. And this is the lesson that I learned from here, is that yes, if you are not sure about it or if you have questions, even if it's right or wrong, just do it. Only then you'll know whether it will work for you or not. Until then, you'll never get to know if it's going to work for you or not. So, all you watching there, the pregnant moms, or who's going to get pregnant, or who's thinking about it, or who has already, just try to challenge yourself. Try to go in for a risk. That's very important. This is all about this video. So I've addressed two things here. One is before and after pregnancy, like what thoughts I had and how it has changed now. I would love to discuss, and your views, maybe what hesitations that you had or do it. Yes, and there are a lot of topics that are coming in. This is just the start of it. Like how it started, all this pregnancy drama, how it started. So it's only that, and I would be doing a lot of videos about pregnancy and a lot of other stuff. Keep watching. See you. Bye bye.